All right. We're good, Alex, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you everyone for being here. We'll start with the review and approval of the minutes from our welcome. We'll start with the review and approval of our minutes from the last meeting.
And I'll put those up on the screen.
Oh, that'd be helpful.
All right, we'll try. Share. Uh-oh.
It's the story of my life. Every single day, some small or large piece of technology just fails you.
As many times as I do this, hopefully that's up now.
Yeah. I was blaming you, Keith. Believe me. It's 2020.
All right, so let's scroll down to the minutes. They were pretty simple from last time.
So I'd be happy to accept a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion. We approve this, Tommy.
Second.
I'll second it. This is Aaron.
Okay, so Tommy and Aaron. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Can you see all that, Keith?
I can't. How about you relay it to me? Since
I've got the row on top like you. So I believe it is unanimous. Let me just scroll over and see if there's some. Yeah. So Trez and Willie don't have video, so maybe y'all could unmute and say aye.
Aye. I'm at a red light. Don't panic.
Oh, Trez, I'm getting more anxious every time you update us on this.
Aye.
Willie, are you there? There we go.
okay.
I believe that's unanimous.
All right. Sounds good.
Can you scroll back to the agenda just so I stay focused? Great. So now we are on to the committee actions. So I'm excited about hearing about this one, so I'll turn it over to staff.
All right. First, I did want to recognize that Robert Cheshire, our new director of capital projects director, is on the line with us to see how that the process works and how the COC functions and what y'all do. And so he's listening in tonight. So.
Great. Welcome, Robert. I saw a name I didn't recognize, but a clear office environment. So like.
Yes. Thank you. Good to be here. And, looking forward to seeing how all the different committees function and operate. So thanks for allowing me to be here tonight.
Great. Tell me again what your role is. Director of Capital.
Title is Director of Capital Projects. So I will be working with Keith, but primarily on the new 2020 TSPLOST. I'll be the program manager for that versus Keith is the program manager currently for the TSPLOST and the 2011 TSPLOST. So we'll work together.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And yeah, you're about to get a lesson on how to run these meetings. So take it away, Keith.
Okay. All right. So tonight we have the Ronnie Katrib with Transportation Public Works is with us, and he will go over the project. But it's a combination. We're ultimately looking for.
Keith,
yes, sir.
did we get a roll call?
Did we get a roll call? No, but we do have a quorum.
Okay, not a problem.
But I think we have Kiori, Lauren, Madeline, yourself, Trish, Aaron, and Alice. Did I miss anybody? And Tommy.
Okay, I didn't know where it was protocol or proper to go ahead and do an official roll call. I was just checking.
Yeah, that's a good question, Mr. Warden. I think we have in the past just basically gone ahead with business if there is a quorum, but it is good to know who's here. And that's, I believe that's reflected in the minutes, or if not, maybe we could make sure that is part of the minutes going forward.
It is in the minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so this is ultimately, with one vote, we're looking for confirmation of this project meets two different project statements, the bike and the pedestrian improvement programs. This is for a sidewalk multi-use path out on Jefferson River Road. And if you got the email earlier today, there is a revision from the package that was sent out. And I'm just going to put this page up. There were some errors in the front page of numbers. So this project is looking to split the funding for this project 50-50 between the bike ped and the bike and the pedestrian improvement. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ronnie, and I will go down to the action item. But Ronnie, do you want to share your screen, or do you want me to go to the drawing?
No, you can just go to the drawing.
Okay.
First, let me welcome Robert on board, and I welcome you, and I look forward to meeting you hopefully sooner than later. Please don't hesitate to reach out to Transportation Public Works if you have any questions for our projects. Thank you for having me all tonight. As you are aware, Jefferson River Road, in the recent history, Athens in Motion Commission voted unanimously recommending the proposed project concept for multi-use path on Jefferson River Road. That is from Jefferson River, right-of-way or roadway, up to Vincent Drive intersection. We anticipate on October 2nd to start an online public input and survey with a recorded presentation for our public to view and give us their feedback. Some facts and issues included in number 4 about the project. This project consists of approximately 4,300 feet of 10 feet wide multi-use path starting on the east side of Jefferson River Road and ends at Vincent Drive. Pedestrian and bicycle connectivity between Jefferson Road and Old Jefferson Road, including a railroad crossing with sidewalk, crosswalks, and signal improvement to existing facilities. Intersection improvements at Vincent Drive and Jefferson River Road with crosswalks and accessibility ramps. Rectangular rapid flashing beacons, or what we call RRFBs, at multiple locations, as we showed on the map during the presentation, will be studied upon concept approval for warrant. There's a lot of information on the agenda provided to you, and if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Number 7, to facilitate oversight from CSX Transportation, a preliminary engineering agreement must be executed between the unified government in Athens-Clarke County. Upon concept approval, staff will proceed with coordination with CSX, and we anticipate some coordination and review by CSX at an expense no more than $15,000, and it's a part of this agenda as well. And I'll take any other questions you guys may have on the agenda presented to you and the map.
I put the map back up, and it's just showing where it starts at Jefferson Road as it crosses, and we can scroll down if anybody wants to see down the length of it.
Actually, Keith, I think it would help if you unshared the screen so that we can see each other, so we can look at it on our own.
There you go. You get muted. Sorry. I don't know if I accidentally did that or not.
No, that was me. Any questions, comments? So yeah, I'm unmuted, right? You can hear me?
Yes.
I do have one question if nobody else has one. So the work with CSX, that sounds promising that we can get it done with $15,000. Do you have any sense, Ronnie, about the amount of time? I'm just I guess I'm a little shell shocked from all the CSX negotiations have witnessed over the last couple of decades. So
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that question. Coordination with CSX is mainly three phases. The first phase is review of construction and design documents. That review is what we are asking for approval here. For CSX to review documents, they will charge the project owner review fees. So we anticipate review fees not to be more than $15,000. The actual coordination during final design will end with an agreement with CSX that's within it. It would include the total amount for flagging operations. These flagging operations would be during construction, and that usually is more towards the hundreds of thousands. With this project, we've identified a need of $300,000 in railroad and GDOT signal upgrade because we believe they will be tied together as their right of way really join each other. And I'm not sure, we're not sure at this point, how much is going to go towards GDOT. Usually there isn't much cost. Most of the cost is at the CSX work and flagging operation during construction. Like I said, this is just a number, a round number, very rough number for us at this point to go by.
thank you very much. Any other questions from the committee? I'll be happy to entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Gary, was that you that seconded?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Tommy and Kaori. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I see some concerned and engaged faces, but I guess we're ready for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's hilarious. Aye.
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 Okay,
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, great. Let's move on, Keith.
okay,
Thank you all. Have a good night.
all right. Well, let's see. Get back, share my screen again if you'd like, or do y'all want to just look at it on your screen? Let's see.
Well, let's let, what do people prefer? But I would say let's let Keith share the screen while he goes through his presentation, and then he unshares while we talk about it.
Okay. All right. Just go through the report. There's try to go through those pretty quickly. The airport project, we have moved forward with getting the grant letter, but construction start is going to be delayed until March.
Keith, I'm so sorry. I'm like an old-ish person. So can you embiggen? Can you make the? Thank you.
Is that big? That's about as big as I can get it and keep it on the screen. Okay. So the airport is grant funding we've gotten a letter approving that, but the start has been delayed until March, and that gets us past football season and prevents any delays or problems getting the bigger jets in for football. And also for the localizer, there's a 6-month delivery window on the piece of equipment for that. So by the time it gets here, this way all the work's going on at one time. It's the project's still moving forward, but if you were out there and wondering why we haven't started, it's in an intentional delay until till March. The vehicle expansion for transit, we got 2 more of the new hybrid buses in August, and those have been put into service. They got here about 4 months early. Bus stop for 3 has not started yet. That funding was in year 5, but we have gotten a $100,000 grant. A $500,000 grant. So we're going to move some of this money forward in the funding to. We got the GDOT grant to start on design and land acquisition for transfer facilities. It's unclear in the grant, the way it's written, if it's for multiple or single, but we believe we can get design and land acquisition for a couple of remote transfer facilities on the east and west side if they'll allow us to do more than one. So Greenway, Subproject 2 is the Oconee Hill Cemetery section is going out to bid next week, and bids will be due in November, and hopefully we'll have an October award. And hopefully all anticipation is that we'd have easement signed and ready to start construction after we get those bids in and get it awarded. So
Wonderful.
yeah, with still keeping our fingers crossed, but that's 7 is just ongoing work with GDOT as they're doing their bridge work. Firefly, Subproject 2 is the section that starts there behind the new racetrack and goes up to Hancock Road. That is under construction. It's gotten started with surveying and erosion controls and some clearing. So if you're out that way, you'll probably notice some work going on. Subproject 3 it picks up there at the end of 2 at Hancock Road and ultimately runs to little 5 points there in Winterville. So preliminary design plans are in front of Mayor and Commission for most of that section, but not all of it. And that's up for a vote October 6th. And then the section in Winterville is very near completion. They're doing some punch list work. It's not technically open yet, but a lot of people are using it, particularly in the evenings when the crews aren't working. So that's.
Can I just say this is beautiful?
Thank you. Yep, Derek's done an outstanding job watching over that.
Can I also, as a 20-year-long Greenway commissioner, say I love you?
I'll pass that on to Derek.
It's taken a long time, hasn't it, Madeline?
Almost worth it. Can't believe we're starting a cemetery. That is just tremendous. So many years of talking.
Subproject 4 on the Firefly is the bridge that will finish the section to get us at grade all the way from downtown to the bypass. And so we are out to bid with that section right now. Bids are due Thursday of this week, and hopefully we'll have that awarded in October and be starting on that late fall. That'll be an impressive structure when it's up and go across. So looked about an 18-month construction window on that once we get started. So
Keith, can I ask you a
Yes.
question?
Yes, sir.
What is the piping out of the ground? What is that?
That was in that picture in the back there.
Yeah, it says behind the racetrack.
I think it was just a marker, a trail marker, something that marked the end of the trail. There's not any sewer line work out there, so I really couldn't tell you, but I don't think it's anything permanent. It's just a temporary marker.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Road repaving's going on everywhere. Tallahassee, we're still working with trying to get the bids in for that with the contractors that have been pre-qualified. I don't know, is Ronnie still on? Okay, he could probably update us a little more on that one. Clayton Street, that work is still moving forward. The utilities have gotten their work done on Clayton. Georgia Power's finished. Atlanta Gas Light is finished on Clayton. They've still got some work they're doing on side streets. We're starting this week. You'll probably start seeing some trees come down, and those are necessary to come down to get the conduit and the raceways in for electrical and fiber down the street for the street lights and traffic signals and such as that. So that's the next phase, is getting those trees that have to come out, getting that conduit work done, and then we'll start with the above ground stuff after that. So. They've, like I said, they've already replaced most of the gas lines, or all the gas lines on Clayton going to buildings. There were a lot of old services to buildings that were abandoned that were taken out. Lots of services to buildings were found that were corroded to the point that there was actually gas probably leaking underground. So it's a good thing that they did go back in and do all that work. It was well needed. It's delayed us. They came in at the last minute to do it, but in the end, I think it's a good thing that it was done. So. And then the bike and ped projects, we're just doing the improvement, the designs, and that's really about it to report back. The corridor projects, we're still working on some design issues for those, and we'll be going back to Mayor and Commission next month with some issue with the next stage of projects for those.
How's collection going?
All right, I'm glad you asked. We'll move on to the revenue. The revenue report is here. In July, first month of the quarter, the year, we were over projections. Not nearly as much as we had been in previous years, but we are still almost $4.5 million ahead of projections. We finished 2020, the physical year 2020, with just a little under 2.8 million ahead of projections for just, fiscal year 20. But so I think, given everything else that's going on, I think we're doing.
Yeah, the oven is on.
What now?
The oven is on.
Yeah.
And with that,
Hey, Madeline, could you mute yourself?
And the other with that is just the expense report that really is, I don't really have a lot to go over with that. If you have a question about it, I'll be glad to try to answer it.
Thanks, Keith.
Sure. With that, I'll stop sharing. And
does anyone have any questions or comments about Keith's report? Madeline.
Well, beyond my professions of adoration for all of you and deepest thanks, what is the tree replanting scope of work looking like on Clayton into the future? Keith, do y'all know?
Well, I mean, the trees will be replaced, but it's going to be a while. It'll probably be at least a year without those that get taken out until we get streetscape, the concrete work and stuff replaced and ready to plant those. So it'll be probably late 2021 before we start doing the replanting, because that'll be the right time of year.
And the ginkgo, of course, will have its say in some of the design plan, I trust. Our tree.
I don't know that it's referenced anywhere in the design per se.
I've heard that it's not, because they don't provide much for shade, and then there's problems between the male and female, and which one's which, and then they drop the smell. I like them too, Madeline, but I know they can be really problematic in urban areas.
Nostalgically, I would like to say that if we could leave a few ginkgos, whether downtown or on campus, but yeah, having been a longtime Athens resident, who I actually have a necklace charm with the ginkgo leaves on it. That's how much I love the ginkgos. They have been problem trees. So.
Do we know what kind of trees putting down there?
I can get an answer for you. I'm sure it's on the drawings. I don't.
Okay,
know
yeah, no, we should look at the drawings. But okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Keith? Yeah, you did a great job in the middle of a COVID crisis. Does anyone have any miscellaneous announcements or points they want to make before we adjourn?
I just have a suggestion. Does WebEx have a polling feature like Zoom does? Because that would make your voting so much easier.
I'm looking at that because we've got some other meetings with voting for art stuff coming up. So I'm trying to get an answer for that. Yes, it does have it. I just got to figure out how to use it.
I will say, since that we actually are on video, people might like to actually see the hands, but Kari, you and I are in the classroom and we love that polling feature. So.
Well, have any of y'all biked the Winterville section after hours, of course? Show of hands. Or driven past it?
I've walked it.
Beautiful.
A month or so ago.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, very excited.
Cannot wait until it's actually legal for me to do what I just suggested.
We are planning a dedication set for, I believe, October 16th that will have very limited mailed invitations. It'll be really kind of low key just to get it open and not have a big public gathering, but it's probably about the middle of October.
I assume we're in your limited mailing list?
I think so. I mean, it really is supposed to be, I think, around 50 people total that it's mailed to.
Okay, Alice, you could go as our chair.
No, I'm going to send you Madeline as the honorary. I've been working on this for the last half of my life.
No, don't waste that. I'm going to crash it. I'm going to find out when it is.
Any other announcements, questions, queries before I'll take a motion to adjourn?
Hi, little one. Thanks for everything, all of you. Have a great day.
Did I catch you, Matt?
Bye.
So a motion to adjourn, or maybe it doesn't matter. We're on YouTube.
I think Madeline just made one.
She's got to go cook, apparently.
I second that.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Todd. Hey, are you in the office doing video stuff? It did, but WebEx is not letting me in the meeting. It, not that I know of. Okay, all right. I'll give him a call. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hey, Jeff, Keith. Hey, I'm trying to end our WebEx for our citizens oversight meeting. It won't let me end the meeting or disconnect from live. It won't give me the more options to stop streaming. So I'm sure this conversation's being seen, but mine's just locked up, so it won't let me do anything. Yep, I started it. Everybody logged off except for one person just got up and walked off, and so she is still connected. I don't know if that's why. Yeah, the more options feature won't even allow me to. None of the buttons are working. Nope. Let's see. Wait a minute. Now it's letting me do it. Okay.